right, Jordan, the world's best shuttle driver, got us here in one piece. Excellent skills. 7 boats. We got Mitch, Brian, Bonnie, Alan, world famous Nathan Anderson, and little man. And we're about to head off for 120 miles on the Cape Fear. Or maybe like 30. It's still gonna be fun. What do you say, Alan?
Loving it.
It's a little bit brisk. We got rain coming in about 2 hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the dry suit on, get comfortable, and slide off. It kind of feels like an old friend here. Done a lot of trips on the Cape Fear, and it's a pretty cool little river. Starts off with a bang, pretty good little stretch of boogie water. Boulder gardens. Water's not that high today, so it'll probably be more boulder and garden than it is boogie. But it's still gonna be fun. Well, the shuttle van's gone. We're committed now. Only one way to get home. It's that way. You excited, Pete? He looks excited. That's his excited face.
In the tradition of the last time I saw this trip run with Pete.
Woo! There you go. The Adventure Steve, woo!
That's
now,
right.
And that was a good one. He's been practicing, Steve. Steve, you got to give Alan a shout out, B&A Adventures. That's a pretty solid woo. We ride! And with the first paddle strokes, we were off. We were going out for a 26-mile run on the Cape Fear from Buckhorn Dam to Irwin. This would be Bonnie and Alan's first kayak camping adventure, and they were excited to get underway. Alan had done his homework in the preparation phase, and he and Mitch were prepared to execute their kayak camping plan. I've kayak camped this stretch a few times and was just along for the ride. Perhaps I could show him a couple secrets along the way. The first secret I would show him is this Far River Right shortcut that Billy showed me on my first time through on my Source to Sea trip down the Haw River in Cape Fear. The water was a little low, and I remember last time running through here, a few of us got hung up on this little ledge. All I had to do now was show him how to get through here without getting stuck. Oh no! Oh no! Yes! Yes! Come on! No! I'm stuck! Yeah, woo, nailed it. You got it, it'll push you over. Just keep going forward.
I just didn't want 2 point pin.
It won't. Give it a scoop. Yeah, there you go. I told you to go. The water in this stretch of Haw River gets difficult to pass through when the water's low because the channel is braided and wide. Nevertheless, we pushed through and found our way down the river. Yeah. We got it now. Nailed it. GoPro, stop recording. It didn't take long before the rain started to fall, and it would stay with us for the rest of the day. I noticed that most of the paddlers weren't talking much, and the river wasn't echoing the banter and laughter that usually accompanies our trips. The weather had given our expedition a subdued start. But after a few hours of paddling, we found ourselves at Lanier Falls. This is usually the biggest rapid on the river, but at today's water level, all the lines were open and available. It was just a matter of choosing your own adventure. The main line is on far river left, and it's a straight fleshy flume. There's a windy turny line in the middle of the rapid, and on the far right, there's a 3 or 4 foot ledge. All right, here goes Nathan. Angle left. You got it. You got it. Perfect. Just go with it. Oh no! Go get him. Get him out. There he goes. Woo! Yeah! Love it. Almost had it. Where are you going? Oh, gotcha. Mitch is going for round number 2. He got a little too far left. He needs to stay in the fleshy V down there where it's flat, but there's boat angle left. Let's see how he does. Dead middle, boat angle left. Perfect. Lean left, yeah! Woo! So Bonnie's about to run to falls and Pete is actually taking a nap. He's knocked out. That's pretty funny.
little further right. There you go. Lift that right edge when you land. Not that far. Well, she lifted the right edge. Yay, Barney!
Somehow I had missed recording Alan's run through the ledge. He had a great line, and his first real rapid in the pre-on Yukon did not disappoint. It was time for Pete to choose his adventure, and he and Brian were both feeling going through the S-turn in the middle of the river, a line I had never taken before. It was time for Pete to see his own line and lead the way.
Ready to go?
I thought you were coming down. I had my GoPro.
After I saw you messed up, I was like, that's too dangerous. I'm not doing it.
Mitch swam once, and then made a successful run, and then Bonnie swam. But sometimes when you're trying something new, a swim is the price of progress. Everyone was back in their boat. We were pointed downstream, and it was time to take the shoals and then make our way into Lillington, where we were thinking about dinner at the Lost Paddle.
Right now, Bonnie! All right, so we are here on a sandbar somewhere on the Cape Fear, below Lanier Falls, upstream of Lillington, doing a little snack break. Bonnie's keeping everybody fed. Pete's back in the game with some caffeine. Good. Nate's plowing water with the katana, but he's doing fine. But Alan, really Bonnie, I owe it to Bonnie. She saved the day with this GoPro 7 I'm using because my 8 is acting up again. I've had trouble the last few trips. If I use it in the rain, somehow at some point it stops working right. And I don't know if it's leaking or something, but I brought her this 7 back that I found in the Eno that she lost a couple weeks ago. And here I am using it, so it paid off.
Good karma.
Yep, and I'll probably be able to use it all the way to the end, and then I might accidentally drop it again on accident, but we'll see. I actually brought it to her at the beginning of the trip, and when I gave it to her, I think we were already at the put-in. So it's in the boat, so it worked out pretty good. Good old 7's saving the day. These GoPros are getting fancy and getting kind of buggy. Hopefully GoPro will take care of me.
One of the coolest things about this trip for me was being able to enjoy my first long-distance camping trip with P5. And especially lately, when I'm out floating rivers or falling off waterfalls, there's a little piece of me that misses that little booger. And having him alongside this time was like bringing a little piece of home with me. It made it better.
No matter the rain, no matter the storm, I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Leave open the gate, don't turn off the light, I'm coming home. Ooh. I gained all that I knew for a price. In the end, what I found was nowhere near as nice. No matter the rain, no matter the storm, I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Leave open the gate, don't turn off light, I'm coming home. Though I fought with my claws and teeth, though I elbowed my way to a seat, there'd be no kind of peace like you beside me. No matter the rain, no matter storm, I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Leave open the gate, don't turn off the light, I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Nothing's as it seems in the photo. Nothing is as sweet going so long. Nowhere I can ramble or roam could change my mind, could slow my coming home. I'm coming home. Oh, I'm coming home. Leave open the gate, don't turn off the light, I'm coming home. I'm coming home.
We're here at Cape Fear River Adventures and the new restaurant that was closed last time we came through. And Cape Fear River Adventures is running the restaurant now too. So we're gonna see what they got. It's right at dinner time, just the way we like to plan it. And let's see what we got going on over here. Got it going on in here. Got a little everything.
Hey there.
Can we sit?
You can sit.
Perfect.
I thought you guys were coming today. So.
Oh yeah. All right, so we are here at Lost Paddle Tavern.
Here together.
Okay.
I'm single.
right here at Cape Fear River Adventures. Everyone's eating in a dry suit. And if you've never eaten dinner in a dry suit, you haven't lived. Is that right, Nathan?
Yeah.
So we got our meal. Pete and I are sharing the pizza. Brian told me I had to try this fry.
I don't know, but it's really good. It's good with that.
That's a good fry.
You can see why he's down now.
Yeah, that's a good fry. We got a bunch of burgers going on.
Wow.
True River King style. I just got talked out of it. I will say, if you come to this place, you must eat the crab bites. Oh my goodness. They were good. Mitch is killing it over there too. This crab bite sauce is good. We have a special treat, folks. We are here with world famous Chrissy. Big fan of the channel as of about 15 seconds ago. So, yeah. Oh yeah, they were asking, are y'all on the river? So yes, we're about to head back out. But good folks over here. It's a great place to eat and hang out. And if you're lucky, you'll meet fine folks like these. So we were actually head to a gas station to get a drink for Pete for tomorrow. We didn't have any, and the world's best waitress went out to her car and brought us a box of Mountain Dew. We paid her for it, so she saved our bacon. Denise is the bomb. And come over here and eat. She'll take care of you. Good folks, good food. Our bellies are full and Pete is happy. He's toting a box of Mountain Dew. So now back to the boats. A couple more miles down the river and find somewhere to camp. It's gonna be a good late night. Woo! All right, so our bellies are full. Time to put on, make a couple miles, and find a campsite, hopefully before dark.
I could see it coming a mile away, and so could Brian. Little man was in for the adventure and just didn't care. When you start leading kayak camping trips, there's a disease that affects you. It's called looking for the perfect campsite. Sometimes it's just around the next bend, or in this case, it's a site that we had picked out on a previous trip. And this was a lesson Alan and Mitch were about to learn. About this time, we were passing a whole row of willow trees and soft sandy beaches. Brian and I had actually camped there once before. And we joked to Alan that maybe we should take that spot. But they were invested in a plan, and they wanted to find a campsite that they were looking for. Sometimes that leads to late nights and good stories later.
All right, so we are paddling. It is 8 o'clock in the evening, almost on the dot. We were supposed to go 2 miles past the bridge and they had a spot picked out. We're getting into a stretch with houses up here on the left that I know about. We've actually gone 3.2 miles and Mitch and Alan are way up there. I think they're feeling bad because the spot didn't materialize or something, but you could tell when someone's trying to make it happen for the group. But what they've actually done is they've gotten so far away from us that we can't make a group decision. And so if we pass something right or left, we're not gonna be able to do it because they're way up there. So we're just gonna follow them. We're coming up to another set of rapids. It's the beginning of the Lillington to Irwin Rapids. And I know there's a long string of houses on the left. So we'll be kind of locked into going past all that to find a place to camp. So we'll see what happens. This is familiar territory. But it just seems to me, Brian, do you remember pointing out a half-mile stretch of perfect hammock camping on the river right about a mile and a half back?
A mile and a half.
Something like that. So Alan, this one's for you. Sometimes being a trip leader's fun. I'm just having fun because it's not my trip. I'm just here having fun and no one's complaining to me, so it's fun. Sometimes your plan is a good plan, but sometimes you take what's right in front of you when you still have time to set up before dark. But in any case, this is going to be a fantastic story later. So I'm going to turn the camera around and let's go catch this rapid.
Under the last of the fading light, Alan and Mitch find their campsite. They deploy a red strobe to guide us in. I don't know about you, but this is the kind of adventure that you remember. We've all been there. I've paddled into the dark many a times, but I guarantee you, next time Alan and Mitch will look pretty hard at those willow trees.
They're the
They
sharpest
will
knives I've ever
cut
seen.
your finger off.
Oh.
They will fillet you and you
And
won't
they
even
have
know
a,
it.
We're getting
they
a
have
gear
a
review by
tip on
Bonnie
them,
here.
You know, a cover for camping.
This is the official B&A Adventure camping knife. It's the core series from Perfect Precision. 4-piece knife set. 4.5 utility and a 3.5 paring knife. Everything you need. $5.
That's your B&A pro tip of the week.
B&A pro tip of the week. When you're camping on a budget, go to Marshall's. And Brian's happy. Look at that smile. You know why Brian's happy? Let's do the pan. That is sunshine, ladies and gentlemen.
The pretty blue sky.
That's what he was looking for all day yesterday. So I'll give you the layout now. As you probably saw in the video last night, we went a few extra miles looking for this magical campsite. What that has afforded us now, though it probably wasn't something they were looking to do yesterday, you got to look at the bright side, not the downside. Downside, it was a long evening of paddling. Maybe some people were tuckered out and paddling in the dark, and they didn't get to camp like they wanted to, so the plan didn't materialize like they wanted it to. But the upside is that we get to hang out here all morning. No hurry. We're a few miles ahead. We got sunshine, and we're about to eat a steak and egg breakfast on the fire. So, look at this thing right here. B&A Adventures. Yep, that's just for P5, those two right there. So we got the B&A steaks, and then Mitch, I don't know where he went, but Mitch has got the eggs, and we're gonna kind of do a steak and eggs breakfast. Pete's still sleeping. Pretty nice campsite. If you're gonna arrive somewhere at dark, this is a good one to arrive to. The only downside, because it's somewhat established, is that there's not a lot of firewood, but probably 10 minutes work, and there was enough to cook breakfast.
No, that's for Alma rescues.
Pretty good spot. What are you gonna name this spot, Alan?
Bonnie's Retreat.
Bonnie's Retreat?
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Bonnie's Retreat, there it is.
Took her a while to warm up to this one.
Oh, did it?
Just a little.
Last night?
No, I
No,
was
no,
fine
not the
with
spot, but just, you know.
Yes.
Did we paddle a little further
Yes.
past your
The
acceptable
dark.
level of discomfort?
Yeah, and I
Yes.
think something pulled ahead too.
I'm wondering how many miles ahead they were going.
Yeah.
So Bonnie is expanding her comfort zone. She's trooping. She was asking about you, Brenda. I think you were the motivation that kept her going last night.
Yep.
Yeah, so.
Oh, that was from your other trip.
Yeah. So Brenda, you're a champ. And now all the other women of the world
Yeah.
are going to be watching Bonnie saying, if she can do it, I can do it too. So Bonnie was telling us about a lesson she learned just recently, that it's important to make sure your relief zippers on your dry suit are zipped up.
Yeah. It will hold pounds of water.
Oh,
in
man.
your leg.
Yeah. Make sure your zippers are done. Chef Allen, doing it right. All right, we're about to get into the food, and I'm checking quality control on the steak for Brian. Brian is very particular. He looks unimpressed right now, so we'll see what the inside looks like.
He's closing his eyes because he's got smoke coming in it.
It's perfect, Brian.
What do you think?
It's perfect.
Nice and
That is a
pink.
medium. Perfectly done medium steak. You ready?
Let's eat.
We need some
Let's
eggs.
eat.
Well, wait a minute. I
We need
got-
some
Oh,
eggs.
what?
I gotta cook.
We need
Who's
some
not
eggs.
cooking eggs?
Well, no, I didn't want to do it too soon.
Oh, fail.
No.
Brian does not eat his steak cold, so
We'll keep it on the warmer.
These guys are knocking it out. We're getting steak and eggs. Are you kidding me? Steak and eggs.
Saying a word, but it's all about Brian. Everybody loves Brian.
He's actually the River King. I'm just the face of the channel for obvious reasons.
Oh my
So
God.
stupid. There's a reason why I show everyone else more than me. Is that my face is not what's bringing in the subscribers. All right, so we don't have a spatula for the eggs, but we're going back to River King Squirrel.
Hey, I'm good. I'm using spoon.
We're gonna do it anyway.
Oh, come on. We're on video.
Don't steal this from Alan. Squirrel, we're using your tong spatula method. For those of you at home who've been on a camp out and you need a spatula and only have tongs. On your checklist for next time, put spatula. But in the meantime, here's your spatula. It's on the way.
Tell me if I'm doing this right, because I'm flying in the dark here.
Yeah, Alan's under the gun here. It looks pretty good to me. Then a really hard fold at the end. Fold that tip back. Oh, like halfway.
Oh, halfway.
At the tongs.
Oh, wow.
Make that good. Oh, now we're talking.
Awesome. Look at
Spatula.
that.
That's what we're talking about. All right, folks, here we go. Mitch's famous egg concoction. I've been told it's going to taste better than it looks.
What's
And
in there? Hash brown?
the entire,
Cheese.
Okay.
the fate of the
Don't
world
spill it.
rests upon Alan's hand. I can see he's been practicing a roll stroke. Look how he's sculling there. Oh, they're looking good. Oh man, look at this. Put the hood on. All right, so
This is for his.
Nathan he's modeling the latest in kayak camping gear. Can you give me a quick twirl? Kind of get the, yes, it's a dragon. He is the Night Fury. That's the Night Fury. Pretty sure. So today,
He's right, it is.
yeah. So today when we're on the river, and I'm going to teach him something, and the new video is going to be called How to Train a Dragon. The main man has emerged. He slept hard last night. How you feeling?
Fine.
Fine. You ready for some breakfast?
I guess.
Yep. Look, he's still sleepy in his eyes. Woo! All right, get you some eggs, buddy.
Come here.
Whatever you do,
Go underneath.
hold it with two hands.
Yeah.
It's a soggy bowl.
It's a little soggy.
Whatever you do, don't smile.
It's not that difficult.
Here, you want to take my chair? Sit down. Folks. Yeah, I might give away a couple stickers after this. That's pretty good. Props to Alan and Mitch. Knocked it out of the park. All right, so we've had a nice morning, had a great breakfast. Thanks to Mitch and Alan for putting that together. And now it's time to kind of clean up, pack up, and start thinking about sliding down to the river. River King Brian is ahead of the game over there. Look at him looking all organized like usual. So this is P5 setup. He is in the Hennessy ASIM zip, and he's got Hammock Gear Premium burrow and incubator quilts. That's my old stuff they used for years, still in fantastic condition. And then he's also using the Kelty 12, which held up perfect. The silicone spray did the job, not a hint of water getting through the fabric now. So that was a good test. It rained pretty good yesterday, and a little bit as we set up. You can see the water on the top is just beating off. It does not stick, does not absorb into the tarp. So that's what you're looking for. So the silicone water guard from Walmart has fixed the Kelty tarp situation. Really wish that they made that into the tarp like they used to, but simple, easy fix with good results thus far. Over here I was in my standard setup, which is the UGQ Winter Dream tarp, my favorite tarp at the moment. Just does everything well. UGQ top and bottom quilts. If you do want the River King quilts, that is available at UGQ. Just let Chad know, hey, I want the same stuff Pete ordered, and he'll hook you up. If you don't want that obnoxiously large emblem on your chest, I understand as well. But it's not paint. That is the fabric itself, so you'll never have an issue with that. doesn't change how it feels. But some people were asking about it. It is available if you do want it. Just got to go through them and tell them you want whatever Pete Beck got with the River Kings, and they'll get you squared away. So again, this is the Winter Dream from UGQ. It's just water beating up, as you can see. All you got to do is kind of shake it off just a little bit. You see the water dancing. Does not absorb whatsoever into the tarp. So even if your tarp's soaking wet, just untie all your lines, get it vertical, and just shake it back and forth a little bit. You don't even have to be violent. The water falls off of it, and you can pretty much put up a tarp almost dry, even if it's soaking wet. The good stuff, this one. Great campsite. Walk around. I will mention, like, the Kelty 12, one reason we love it so much for kayak camping is it's so easy. You basically run your ridge line. You want about 17 feet between the trees. Then you hook up your two corners, and then all you got to do is stake the bottom corner. If you want, you can pull out one of the guy lines in that center place to give you a little more walking room, headroom in there. But that's the easiest tarp to set up. I mean, it's just full coverage, 17 feet of coverage on the diagonal to truly keep your tarp dry, versus sometimes if your tarp comes out to the end of your hammock and suspension and everything, then if it rains, you're going to be wet. As you can see, if I rain here, I've only got a couple, like 7-8 inches of hammock suspension that could actually start collecting rain. Everything else is under the tarp and dry. I did have to use my tow line that I pull my kayaks around with, because the space between the trees was a little further than the Hennessy would reach. And that's a lash knot. That's the Hennessy lash knot. Also here, the Hennessy lash knot, if you're not familiar. That way, as a warning, if you tie a regular knot and then sleep in it, that thing's going to be what we call Gerber tight. You might not ever get that knot out, and you don't want to have to cut that stuff. So if you're going to use the Hennessy's, always use the lash knot so you can untie it in the morning. That's really about all I got. I know a lot of you asked for a lot more of the camp life, so we're trying to give that to you. And anytime you see a dragon down there, you got to film the dragon. Yeah, Nate. He's going full hood here. That's what I'm talking about. Look at this guy. Oh, right. The Remote Designs dry bag. So Brian won that.
My pillow in my hammock.
Pillow in the hammock in the Remote Designs bag.
Guaranteed secure.
You know what the funny thing is? And this one's for Gatewood. Gatewood and I did this gear giveaway. Gatewood picked the winning comment for the Remote Designs bag. Brian had the winning comment. Do you remember what it was?
Well, he had asked about something about why you deserve that bag or something.
Yeah.
I said, man, have you seen how many times I've actually swam?
Yeah.
I need a dry bag to make sure that my bedding is dry when I finally get off this wet water.
So Gatewood hooked him up. Well, I told Gatewood's like, hey, should I send you the bag to get it to Brian? I was like, yeah, that's fine. We'll do that. So I just happened to see Brian right away. And I gave him my bag that Gatewood had sent me. And so Gatewood was going to send me the other bag that I never got. And so now I don't have a Remote Designs bag, Gatewood. I would really like one.
They are a choice.
They are nice.
If you have the chance, I highly recommend you pick one.
Yes. I got his backpack too. So Gatewood, I know I'm just a little guy now, and you're the big YouTuber, but I really did want one of those dry bags.
You want to talk about why we take the bed down first?
Yeah, why do you take the bed down first?
Because it allows, if some rain comes back in like it rained all day yesterday, you've got plenty of room to go ahead and reload your boat.
That's right. And today it's not raining now, but when the wind does blow hard, it still blows the last of the big drips out of the trees. Yep. So that's why the last thing we take down is the tarp. Kind of keep your workspace, because you never know. The first thing you put up is the tarp. The last thing you take down is the tarp.
That's right. Iowa mat. There it is,
Once
man.
again, the tables.
Love it.
Yep. And I use mine every time. I've got all my stuff charging on it. Sits right beside the hammock with me. Keeps it off the ground. Keeps it out of the weather. But keeps it very handy. And I love my camp table. But it's very sturdy and very handy. Sometimes you just get a little piece of gear that's kind of just, you never really thought about it. And then when you have it, you wonder, why didn't I do this years ago? That's the camp table. All right, folks, so that's where we're at this morning. I'm going to turn this thing off, pack it all up, and I will see you when it's time to shove off.
Yesterday was dreary, gray, and rainy. But today was shaping up to be one of those days that you dream about and only come by once in a while. On our Greenbrier trip, we coined the term golden to describe a day like this, and especially so when they come in stark contrast to days like yesterday. Yesterday we had to plow through and keep pushing. But today, under the cool temperature, the gentle breeze, the sparkling water, and the warm sun, the horizon was calling. Come explore.
What a day, and what a stark contrast to yesterday. The vibe on the water yesterday was kind of dreary and subdued and quiet, but we powered through it. It's just starting a trip like that. You're not in the river rhythm yet. So it's like starting a trip when it's just blah. Puts that blah damper on it. But days like this is why you go kayak camping. You wake up on the river, beautiful sight, good group of friends, amazing breakfast, ahead of schedule, and 5 miles of the best rapids on the stretch of river ahead of you. And just a perfect day. Clear blue sky, zero humidity. It feels like one of those first cool days of summer ending, where it's almost fall but it's still summer. Just a little bit of coolness to the air, but still warm enough to just enjoy it. So I guess that's how I'm feeling. It's gonna be a good day. move. I do it. I just didn't realize it. That's right.
All in all, it was a perfect day on the water and a fantastic weekend. Alan and Mitch did a fantastic job leading their first kayak camping expedition. I know they're going to look forward to many trips in the future, and each time putting a little experience and knowledge under their belt. And more importantly, putting a few memories away to look back on in years to come. For me, it'll be the memory of taking my son on his first long-distance kayak camping trip. He was a trooper, not quite exciting as he's used to, but he hung in there. I can't wait to get him out on more trips and enjoy watching him grow into the man he's becoming. He even helped me lug our boats to the top of the hill. And I got to spend another weekend with Brian. I got to meet Nathan. And it's always good to hang out with Mitch, Bonnie, and Alan.
All right, we got the 2 boats in the truck. We're ready for our ride home. And I'm gonna head down the hill and see who else needs a little help. Pete's gonna monitor the AC and make sure it's operating correctly in the truck. You know, we'll be out of here in no time. And man, I'm telling you, I'm thinking about those crab bites. They were good. All right, they're loading up. Almost ready. I'm gonna head to the top and get Alan his camera before I forget and take that thing home with me. Well, that's something you don't see every day at the takeout.
Wow.
Horses coming out of the woods. Hey, doggies.
They're beautiful. Thank you.
So I don't know who did it. Like, I think it may have been Alan. But did you vandalize my truck with a cross paddle sticker? Because you're the cross paddles guy, right? I mean, who else would it have been, Alan?
Crossed paddles?
Who else may it have been, Alan?
Wasn't me.
Sure. You know who he looks like? It's Magnum PI. 100%. There he is, folks. You were wondering what is Magnum? Tom Selleck. What is he doing? He's paddling with the River Kings. You even lived in Hawaii once, didn't you?
No.
No. That's what they would say if they were trying to hide it. All right, we were hungry. I was so hungry I forgot to film it, but we just finished off another 2 orders of crab bites, the pretzel fries and regular fries. These folks got hamburgers
With a fried green tomato.
with the fried green tomato.
There we go.
What's your name?
Jenny.
And we have Jenny, the world's best waitress.
Yes.
Take care of us. So come down here to Lost Paddle. Get the crab bites. Oh my goodness. And the sauce is amazing. We had to double it. Had to come back after the run and get some more. What do you think, Pete? Rate the crab bites on 1 to 10. A 9. Wow, that's pretty good.
Pretzel fries.
Pretzel fries?
7.
7, yeah.
That's good. That's respectable.
How about the regular fries?
I don't like fries.
Yeah, not a good judge. But yeah, the crab bites are amazing. See you, man. Catch you next time. So we're all here, taking off. Thanks again.
Thank you. It was awesome.
Oh yeah,
Bye, P5.
always.
Enjoyed it.
It's a good time. Thanks for the invite. Looking sharp in the Yukon.
Hey, man.
He's part of Team Yukon now.
I am Team Yukon all the way.
Oh, how does it feel? How'd you like it?
Well, you know, I only had the Tsunami to compare it by, but it is by far more agile than the Tsunami ever was.
Yeah,
I can actually treat it like a whitewater boat now.
nice.
The stability, second and primary, fantastic.
There you
I
go.
love this boat.
Team Yukon, baby. All right, we're gonna get going. We'll see you guys. Thanks again.